Hey guys, I'm Nelly.
And I'm Ayanda.
And you're watching Celeb Rides. This show is going to be taking a look at SA's hottest stars and soccer players. We want to see what they drive.
Oh, that's right. And we look at the amazing rise of international celebrities, not to mention the stupid things they've done behind the wheel that made this headlines.
I mean, we'll also be counting down the top 10 most expensive soccer player cars in the world, and you really don't want to miss that. Our first insert is DJ Fresh. We all know him. He's a really mega DJ. So we'll just be taking a look what he drives around town.
And next up is my homegirl, Unatim Singana X. Come on, the cost is up in this. She's a Metro FM DJ. She's a singer. Apparently, I don't know much about her singing though, but we're going to check her out as well.
Okay, and lastly, to wrap up the show, we'll have Tiko Medise, one of South Africa's well-known soccer players. We'll see what he drives. Well, that's all coming up on today's show, but first, let's kick it off with DJ Fresh.
Oh yes, that's him, man. Big dog. If he's not in Miami or Tokyo exciting the masses, this is what he does.
Fresh, you're possibly one of South Africa's most popular DJs, and besides being a radio jockey, you're also a club DJ. You're known all over the country and outside the country for your Fresh House Flavors compilation. Tell me about your journey.
Geez, my journey, I think, goes back to when I was probably 8, 9, 10 years old. I was born and raised in Botswana, and I collected music from an early age. So from about age 8, already I had a music collection. And I was collecting cassette tapes, I was collecting records. So by the time I hit age 13 and I got to boarding school, they knew me as that kid that collects all this music. So all of a sudden I was DJing at school socials. And fast forward to about age 18, I got my first radio gig. By the time I was, just as I turned 20, I decided that, you know what, I want to study journalism in Johannesburg. So 94, I packed my bags and I moved to Joburg and, you know, studied media studies at Boston Media House for about 3 years. And then I started at YFM, started a TV show. Then I moved to 5FM about 9 years ago, and yeah, the rest is history, man. But it's been a long, enjoyable, sometimes challenging journey, but I've loved every minute of it.
It's no secret that we're here to see your car, but you decided to surprise us and bring your mini 5-door Cooper S and your Saxon Warlord chopper. So which one should we start with?
Flip, I think let's start with the bike. I'm actually, you know, I love bikes. I mean, I've got 3 bikes currently. I've got a BMW GS, I've got a Harley Davidson V-Rod, and I came here on my Saxon Warlord chopper. I love it, 4-cylinder V-twin engine. I mean, let me tell you about how big this engine is. The battery died and the AA had to jump start my car, and we needed to hook up the battery pack and the car that the AA were driving in just to get that engine going. I mean, that's how heavy it is. And yeah, like I said, I love bikes, I love chrome, I love noise, and that's why I have a chopper.
Been a biker at heart?
You know what, I think I've always been a biker at heart because I've loved bikes since I was a little kid. But when I was about 14, a friend of mine bought a Yamaha, I think it was 50cc Yamaha that his dad bought him. And he taught me how to ride. But my dad would never let me get a bike. So I decided that, you know what, when I can afford a bike, I'll get a bike. I've got 3 now. So, you know, I love bikes. If I could get permission from my wife, I'd get a 4th bike. So we'll see, I might get a 4th bike, we'll see what happens.
I'd love to go for a ride on the bike, but I don't have my kit. So will you take me for a ride in the car?
Only if I can pick you up on Sunday on the bike, then we can go for a spin in the car.
I would love to.
Okay, cool. So.
Don't change. Don't let him try to change, you know. Stay real.
What do you like most about Mini as a brand?
I love it because it's a small, practical car. But if you don't want to have the small Mini, like let's say the coupe, you can get the Countryman. which is a family car. I mean, 5 of me could fit in the Countryman. But because I'm in a Mini, people say to me, how do you fit in there? How do you fit in there? It's not as small as you think it is.
No, it's actually quite spacious in here.
Exactly. I mean, 2 more of me, 3 more of me could fit at the back comfortably. So for me, it's practical, but at the same time, it's almost like a street legal go-kart. So it's a tiny car with enough space and enough power on call that if you need to overtake or you need to take off, quickly for whatever reason, you're able to do that.
So you've got the power.
You still have the power. The power is there waiting. In fact, sometimes, especially with the coupe, because it's this tiny little car, and it literally feels like a go-kart. So you sometimes have to almost restrain yourself.
Yeah.
And drive around saying, lead me not into temptation, lead me not into temptation, lead me not into... That was my mantra a lot of the times when I drove the coupe.
What are some of your favorite features about this specific car?
Because, like I said, it's the brand new 5-door, the interior is totally different. They've moved the speedometer to directly in front of you, because it used to be to the left, obviously. Okay. I just love how they've redone everything. It now comes standard with a keyless ignition, which is very convenient.
Yeah.
Because, why should I take my key out of my pocket if I don't have to?
Yeah.
So I love the fact that it comes with that feature. It's still has the sports feature, so I still have all the power that I need. And the fuel efficiency, I think, goes a long way. We still take fuel efficiency for granted. But when you're living in the city and you're on the road as much as I am, it's important to have a car that's fuel efficient. Yeah. So yes, at home, I have my V8 car, but I don't take it out a lot because, why should I spend on a lot of petrol when I can drive a car that's fuel efficient like this?
Sadly, that's all we have time for. I wish we could have spent more time with these 2 machines, but thank you so much for your time, Fresh.
Thank you. Where's your helmet?
Cool. I don't have one. I would have come with you.
Damn shame. Cheers.
I would have gone on that if I could.
Now that insert was very interesting. DJ Fresh and Mini Cooper. What do you have to say about that?
I wasn't convinced at all with DJ Fresh driving a Mini Cooper. But DJ Fresh is a masculine guy, man. He's got that dignity and all that. But a Mini Cooper is very good, because what happens is they say Mini Coopers are driven by people who are attention seekers. Okay. So apparently DJ Fresh he is an
But I like the fact that he had like a chopper as well. I mean, then it kind of makes up for driving the tiny car. Yeah.
I think I remember one line from this other rapper from the States. I got a chopper in the car.
I think that was Rick Ross.
Is it?
So, see, there's a picture of Rick Ross.
And we have him as well, with the chopper.
Yeah, so I guess big guys kind of like having a chopper.
But he's no longer big now. He lost some weight, though, yeah.
Yeah, but we'll always know Rick Ross as that big guy,
Okay, cool. Enough about Rick Ross and Fresh. Now let's go straight to the ad break. When we come back, so we will more on Celeb Rights.